We are recording. Check. Check. Ooh, the set looks good today. Look. What's that? It's back. Alright, away we go. Looking good. I'm smiling. You can tell, because I don't have a beard now. You can tell when I'm smiling. I won't do your shout out yet, Renee. We'll wait till the actual show. How long do we have, Adam Mensch?
10 seconds, Benny.
Copy that. Kia ora, my friends. How do you do? I, Benny Ward, am here in the garden for another cold open. This is MML 123. And I'm here with the Kia that I got from my kids for Father's Day. I thought of a name for the Kia. I'm going to call him Case. Case the Kia. He's with us. Bray's with us. The Scout's with us. The championship is back with us. Yes. We're just about ready to go. Wait, we started. Today we'll do live gardening. I'm going to do 2 segments of live gardening. We've got a fresh look, a fresh feel. Here we are at spring. We're going to enjoy some fresh seasonal produce when we play What's in the Bag. I'll try and get a joke of the week. And, 2 live gardening segments. One is an experiment, one is a new project that we're starting. So stay tuned for those. Stay tuned for all those things and many more coming up right here, right now, on Monday Morning Live. And as I say, the more astute of you will notice that the beard is gone. I grew my beard for almost a full year. I've got to tell you, this is the first time I've ever drastically altered my beard and not had beard regret. See, beard regret is a real thing. It's a condition that a man has when he shaves his beard and he wishes he didn't. I've got to tell you, I'm glad I did. It's a fresh look, it's a fresh feel, it's a fresh season. Welcome to springtime on Monday Morning Live. Never underestimate the value of water. Now, we've got 2 live gardening segments to do, so let's do the first of them now. I'm going to pop Case the Kia down for just a moment. Now, a few weeks back when we played What's in the Bag, I introduced you to Grounds to Garden coffee ground / worm casting fertilizer. And I'm going to do a little experiment using this bad boy. I'm going to grow some lettuce. Now, I've got these 2 lettuce seedlings. Now, you'll agree, they look pretty much identical now, and I'm going to grow them in two different ways. I'm going to use 2 different types of growing medium. Now, I got these lettuces from, get this, my friend Catherine. She has the She Shed shop selling seedlings. I practiced that a few times before the show. The She Shed shop. These are lettuce seedlings, and I'm going to grow them in 2 ways. I'm going to grow them in a mixture of some of our coffee ground fertilizer, and I'm going to grow them just in regular potting mix. Now, it's a high-grade Dalton's potting mix. Hello, Dalton's. Hello. Sponsor of the show. We need a sponsor. And I'm going to take one of these seedlings out and plant it now into, this is a mixture of the coffee grounds and high-grade potting mix. Now, we're going to take the little seedling pot here, give it the Benny squeeze, the patented Benny squeeze, give it the Benny salute. 1 finger each side of the seedling. Just tip it up slightly. No roots yet, no roots. So we don't need to release them. We're just going to tip it over and in she goes. Firm it down. Now I'll do another one after the show, and I'll plant it into just the potting mix, and we'll monitor the progress as we go, using our fertilizer and using just potting mix. Now, what do we do when we plant something new? We give it some water. Hang on. Hang on. we give it some water using the Benny 6100 series spritzer, which I clearly did not prepare before the show. What can I say? These things happen when you go live every Monday morning. Dip some water into there, and let's just pretend that that little stuff up didn't happen. Give it a practice spritz. What do you do when you plant something new? You give it some water, because you can never underestimate the value of water or good preparation. Give it a spritz using the Benny 6100 series spritzer. Available in the gift shop. Why not buy two? There we go. I feel like I covered that up pretty well. That's our first lot of live gardening. That's our little experiment. Now, our second lot of live gardening, we're going to grow swan plants. So swan plants, you probably know, they are a food source for the caterpillars of a monarch butterfly. Shout out to Renee, thank you for tuning in. Shout out to Lee, thank you for tuning in. We're growing swan plants, and we're going to do so using a sort of open tray method. Now, I spent a lot of time last week on the farm that I work at. Shout out to Golden Mile, Stephen, Sally, Sanda and Razor. Now, what I did is I sowed some seeds of lettuce a little while back, just into a tray like this, and then I had to prick them out and plant them on. So I spent a fair bit of time last week doing that at the farm. Hundreds of lettuce seedlings that I planted on. But today we're going to sow some seeds of a swan plant. Now, we're going to do so using the Benny's 6100 series seedling disperser. I collected some seeds. You might see just behind me, there's a swan plant just there. What's that, you say? You can't see it? All the more reason to tune into YouTube for the widescreen version of Monday Morning Live. We're going to disperse these seeds. Now, what's the word? Molly Lee. They disperse through the garden. They spread quite easily because each little seed, it's very cool. It has like a little feathery kind of tail to help carry the seed. So they spread themselves through the garden pretty well. But we're going to sow them onto this open tray now. Just going to disperse them sort of evenly across the surface. And what we'll do is we'll wait until these seeds germinate, and then we'll plant them on, and then we'll be able to grow the swan plants so that the monarch butterflies will lay their eggs on the plant, and the caterpillars can use it as a food source. We've got some finely sieved potting mix. Shout out to Stephen, thank you for joining. Now I'm just going to sprinkle this over the surface just to cover these seeds just that little bit. Some of them are blowing away in the wind. Didn't anticipate that happening. Just like I didn't anticipate forgetting about the Benny's 6100 series spritzer earlier in the show. But we won't mention that. We won't mention the league. We won't mention the All Blacks. You know, there's a saying, you win some, you lose some. Well, sometimes you just lose. We're going to give it some water using the Benny's 6100 series spritzer. Just to get those started. There's our live gardening. 2 segments for you today. Oops, let's pop that over there. Now let's put this down. Okay, we've done some shout outs. Shout out to Renee, shout out to Lee, shout out to Stephen and Sally if you're watching. Shout out to Razor if you're watching. And shout out to anyone who joins me on my YouTube channel, which is Monday Morning Live. Nice and simple, just like myself. I think we should play What's in the Bag. What's in the bag today is special. They all are. As I reach for the bag to restart my intro, let's play What's in the Bag. What's in the bag today comes to you from my friend Dave. He has a stall at the Melbourne Farmers Market every Sunday morning from 9 to 12 at the AMP Showgrounds in Wairoa Blenheim, selling fresh seasonal fruits and vegetables. And today I'm going to try asparagus. Now this is the point of the show where I would normally make a hilarious joke about asparagus. But do you know how difficult it is to write jokes about asparagus? I'll tell you. Very. I've been trying all morning. At one point I thought I had a goodie. In fact, it was right on the tip of my tongue. But it turned out nothing would stem from that. Let's try some asparagus. I just very lightly fried this asparagus before the show. Part of the minimal prep that I did for today's show, obviously. Fried in some olive oil, and with just a little sprinkling of flaky sea salt available at the information kiosk, the People's Kiosk at the Melbourne Farmers Market. I love it. I love the fact that Asparagus is very seasonal. It only grows at certain times of year. We try and grow it when the weather's too hot. It goes to seed and goes too stalky. Very much a seasonal pleasure. A seasonal pleasure. What have we got? Spare us the asparagus jokes. Oh, jeez, that's way better than mine. Anyway, thanks for that, Lee. Joke of the week. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Wasn't even mine. All right, we've talked about the asparagus. We've talked about our live gardening. The week that was. Good week on the farm, planting lettuce. In fact, not a great week for sport, but let us move on. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. No, okay. Oh, comment. Turns out you're... Oh, I can't see the comment. I love it when people comment and it pops it down the bottom. Turns out you're... Oh, okay, I can't say that. It does something to your ablutions. Is that the word for it? Ablutions. So great week on the farm last week. Another great week. I'll bring you another update on Strawberry Watch because the strawberries are now starting to grow and they'll be starting to ripen very soon. Hopefully, we'll be able to eat some strawberries here live on the show in just a few weeks. I hope you all had a great week. I certainly did. Had a great weekend. Caught up with some friends and family. Great time at the Marlborough Farmers Market yesterday. And hideously horrendous week at the sport. Apart from the women All Blacks, the Black, what do they call them? Black Ferns. Great win. Go Girls. And the Newcastle Knights women's team. My last shred of hope for the rugby league season. Thank you all for joining me here on Monday Morning Live. We're running out of time. It's been an action-packed show today. The week ahead is going to be another great week. The kids have got their musical performance, music festival. So looking forward to seeing them perform. A big thank you to my new friend Arlo, who performed for the first time as musical guest at the Marlborough Farmers Market yesterday. It was the first time she'd ever played a 12-string guitar. She said, oh, I'd like to play a song. And the guy says, can you play a 12-string? She goes, no, but I'll give it a go. So good on her. All about giving it a go. Thank you for joining me here on Monday Morning Live. Thank you for everybody that tunes into my YouTube channel, Monday Morning Live. If you haven't subscribed, why wouldn't you? It's free for the first 500 million subscribers. Thank you for joining me at the Marlborough Farmers Market every Sunday morning. And I, Benny Ward, will see you next time. I had a time seedling that I was going to hold up. But I put it down over there, now I can't reach it. But I will see you next time in the garden. Because diamonds are forever. So is Monday Morning Live.